I hope. Hopefully it kept it. Actually, I think at the end it does prompt me for that. So we're good to go. Now I've got a chat going on here. A couple people were saying here. Oh, okay, good to see you there. Good to see you guys. We will go ahead and do this. And if it does not save, I will go ahead and create another one. And yeah, it may take me a couple days, but I can go ahead and put one together. Okay, looks like everyone's good to go here. Okay, Andrew's here, good to go, good to go. Okay, great. So we're gonna continue on here. So now I'm recording again, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into the next thing. Okay, let's not do that. We're gonna go ahead and cancel out of there. Okay, and I'm going to minimize that. Okay, all right, we're gonna leave this. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and the chat is, I guess that's gonna stay there because I can't change it. All right, so we'll leave that. Okay, so next thing we're going to do here is we're now going to work on the next item. We did floor number 1, did the first floor. Now we're going to do the second floor. And the second floor is actually the same idea, a couple different things we have going on with that. So let's take a look at that particular file, and then we'll move into the next thing. So over here, we're going to go, I'm going to share my screen, and I'm going to share this over here. Okay, only in this case, I don't have the right one. I actually want the second floor. So in this case, I've got to go over here, and this is where I would go, and I would go ahead and take a look at it over here. So where is that? Let's see if I can't find it. So under April 1 CAD assignments, I'm going to go to Custom Garage Second Floor Plan. Boom, there we are. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to download that. And I'm going to download it. And once I download it, I'm going to save it. And looks like it's already there. So I'm going to go here, and then I'm going to rotate it like that. So now that I'm in here, this one is the same size. So it's going to be, again, 30 by 24, same thing. I've got a few different things in here. I've only got one window, so the rest of it's not that difficult. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put this together, same kind of a thing. So what I want to do is I've already downloaded my other file, which was there. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this one. And we're going to do the same kind of a thing. We're going to go to New. We're going to go to New, and when we click on New, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my downloads, which is where I saved it. And in my downloads, I'm going to go to here, and yeah, going into here, and we're going to go to Custom Garage Second Floor Template. Okay, so we go to here. Now I started this one, so this is good to go here. So now I'm going to stop the share on this one and go back to where I was with this other one, so that you guys are clear about what I'm doing here. And can you guys see this right here? Second floor plan?
No.
Nope. Okay, let me go back to here. It didn't like that, so we'll go back to here, and we will now specifically share a screen, and we'll share this one. Can you guys see it now?
Yep. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing I did before, and just go back into here. And this one's going to be pretty quick, okay, because I already have done this. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to show you in a second here how I get those items right here. Ricky, I'm going to do it again here. So I'm going to do another rectangle here, and I'm going to go 30 feet, comma 24 feet. Boom, same thing I did before. And I'm going to offset it a distance of 5.5, 5.5, boom. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab this and do that. So I've got my outside there again, like that.
You're still on the floor plan.
I'm sorry?
Still on the paper.
Still on the floor plan. Okay, so let me go back to here. I will go ahead and undo this and try this over again. So going back to here, thank you for telling me. I'm going to go ahead and stop this share, and I'm going to start another share. Share this one right here. Okay, so we go into here. Can you guys see AutoCAD now?
Yes.
Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw the same outline I did before because they're the same size because they're stacked. And that's going to be 30 feet, comma 24 feet, like that. Now at this point, what I want to do is, who remembers the command I used to actually make a copy of the walls?
Copy of the walls.
Anyone remember?
We put join and then we copy it.
Okay, yeah, okay. We could use
So polyline?
Yeah, we made it with a polyline, and now we're going to make an offset right here. So we use offset. When we click on offset, it asks us for a distance, and the distance of the walls is the same for the exterior, which is 5.5. Boom. And I'm going to click on this wall, and I'm going to select this object and go in. So now we've got that. Let's verify it's correct. So to do this, we change our layers to Anno Dimensions, go to Linear, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure this, make sure this is right. there to there, looks good. And I'm going to repeat that over here and grab this, and we're good to go there. So we're good to go there. So that's good. Now the next thing we're going to do is, I showed you guys this before, and this is something you guys will be able to take a look at. And let's see here. I am recording again. So what I'm going to do right now is, the next thing I need is, I actually have some walls that are in here. Now these walls, the interior walls are actually going to be 5 inches, but the exterior walls are going to be 5.5. So we just have to get those in there. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make my wall my current layer again. And I'm going to start my line here. I'm going to go my line command here. And I'm going to start from this location here. And I'm going to go up 6 feet. All right. I'm going to go up 6 feet. Boom. And I go over to there. And then that gives me the means to go ahead and pull this all the way across and drop that there. And now these, I'm going to have to offset these, and these are 5 inches. So I'm going to offset this 5, boom, like that. So I've got that. Now, then I'll repeat to the other side. But before I do, always check your dimensions. Make sure they're accurate. So I'm going to make sure I didn't make an error. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pick this point here to this point here. It should be 6 feet if I did it right. And it is. So we're good to go there. And so that's looking good there. And then I got a couple other things I got to just kind of, like over down here, you're going to notice that as I go here, I'm going to stop this share, and I want to show you something here. And that is over here, what you've got is, you've got a little kind of a, can you guys see the second floor plan here?
Yes.
Okay, so what we're going to do right now is, I'm going to go here to annotate. I'm going to go to the spotlight here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to point this out. You'll notice there's this little wing here. That is the part of the wall that is actually being cut by the roof. Okay, you remember there's actually a roof that kind of interfered here. So this roof actually goes out that far. It's 8 inches on each side, 8 inches away, all the way around here. So it's 8 inches around the edges. So that's just something that we can work with, and it makes life easy because it's all consistent. So it's 8 inches all the way around. That's what I'm going to do now. So back over to here into AutoCAD. What I want to do now is, I have to draw that 8 inches over. So I'll go ahead back to here, and I'm going to go ahead and just use my wall layer, and use my, no, not that.
Still looking at the floor plan.
Oh, you are? Okay, thank you. Let me go back to here. I'm going to stop the share there and start the share again. Over to here. Can you guys see AutoCAD now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I'm going to change my layer to wall. Why? Because it's the correct layer. And I'm going to go to line. I'm going to go from here, and that's going to go down 8. We talked about that, so it's down 8 inches. Then over in this direction, like that. Now at that point, I could just go ahead and mirror that whole thing, okay? Because at this point, it is the correct size, and I could just go ahead and go down 8, and then over here. I could do that, okay? Next thing I'm going to do is, I'm going to trim it. Okay, so to trim it, I'm just going to go ahead and grab everything as a cutting edge by hitting my Enter key. And I hit my Enter key, everything's a cutting edge. And I can clear out these corners like this with cool aplomb. I'm able to do that. And then I've got that done. I go ahead and grab this like that. Okay, and then what I want to do is, I actually want to copy these lines over to the other side. So I want to mirror them. So how do I do that? Well, what I do is, I could use the mirror command. So I use the mirror command, and I grab these elements right here. And I want to say, you know what? I want you to mirror right around here. And I go ahead and do that. And do I want to erase the source objects? No. I want to go to that. And it looks like I probably got that right, but let me measure it. Make sure I got it right on this side. Because you always check, just in case something's not right. So you always check it. And so over here, let's see how we did here. Did I make it here? Did I make it to the 6 foot? And yes, we did. So I can go ahead and line those up like that. And I can move them later. But I've got that 6 feet, 6 feet. And the one in between is going to be the resulting 24 feet. Okay, so these are, I left these pretty simple so that, you know, it wouldn't be too hard for you guys. So then I'm going to go ahead and trim this up. I hit my Enter key to pick everything as a cutting edge, and I go here, and then I can go get rid of that. And this is how we go ahead and make that happen like that. So we have that. So there we are. So that is how the object looks. We now have the basics right there. Let's put in the window. Now the window, I'm going to stop my share, going to be very intentional about this. Share my screen, going over here to this item. And what I've got to do here, can you guys see my second floor plan right now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go back over to here, and I'm going to go over here. And what I'm going to do is, I'm going to add this right here. This is what you're asking about, Americo. Americo. And the thing is, or Ricky,
Yes.
we can go ahead and put in this window right here, and then we're going to put in this right here. That's just called a door tag. These are all blocks, and blocks just get inserted along with the attic stairs. So we got those right there. So I'm going to stop my share here, and I'm going to share my screen and go back to AutoCAD. So I'm going to change my layer to what? It's going to be a glass. We talked about what that means. And then we go to insert. And then this is where you do it right here. So this is where those of you who are wondering how I did this right here, you go into here and you would go over here. First of all, I clicked from home. You got the home tab, and then you got the insert tab. I went to the insert tab, and then I went down here to insert. And this is where this content is. I've got this content, okay? So I've got my window, and I got my door tags and so forth. So down here, the window that I want is this double hung window right here. So I'm gonna grab this, and I want it to go pretty much right in the middle here. And then I'm going to rotate it because that is a, that's a 36-inch window, I believe. I'm pretty sure it is. And I'm gonna rotate that by using my rotate command. And I can go ahead and use rotate. Click on this and rotate it into position here. And when I do that, okay, for some reason that got turned on. Not sure how. We'll go ahead and do this. Gonna go ahead and rotate like that. And that's in position there. And then what I want to do is I want to move it so that it's in the center there. So I'm going to move it. And I want to move it by its center point over to that center point right there. And then I'm going to move it so that the tracks actually sit on the edge right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. And actually, okay, we'll just go ahead and do this. Okay, I'm going to move it over. And we'll go move down here and then move down there. There we got there. And now I'm going to mirror it in place because it's not quite like the book, so I'm going to mirror it. So I use my mirror, and to mirror something in place means you just flip it around. So I can go ahead and click on this right here, and I can go ahead and do that and mirror it around. No. And then I went ahead and I'm going to get rid of the original, which was here. Okay, did that work right? Yeah, I'm going to move it now. So I'm going to move this down and move this over into a position where it should be. And then I'm going to delete this other one. So I did that. Okay, so that's where that window is. So that window is now placed. Now here's what I was being asked, and that is, how about that window tag? Well, that goes on the A glass ident, again, window identifier. And I go back to the insert, which is here, and I got these blocks. And in here, under the blocks, you've got these different items right here. You've got window tags and door tags, and these are what you place in here to actually identify that. So I'm going to use the window tag here. And I'm going to go ahead and just go bring it from the midpoint here and drop it. And the window tag here is going to be 2, the number 2, and hit OK. And boom, there it is right there. That's how it shows up. Does that make sense there?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, so you got that right there. And then the next thing we're going to do is we are then going to, at this point, place our attic stairs. So the attic stairs, again, they're going to go on a layer that is actually going to be a floor. It's going to be a floor type item, so that's going to go in there. So go to insert, and we're going to grab our floor stairs, and this is going to be right here, attic stairs level 2. I'm going to take this and drop it, and I'm going to take it, and as I go through, I'm going to rotate it at 90, and I'm going to go ahead and drop it in place right here. Now at that point, that's now in place, and now what I have to do is I have to do the same thing I did before, which is drawing a line from somewhere from over here, 7 feet, and so I'm going to go 7 feet over. And that goes like that. Then I'm going to draw another line that goes 5 feet. And we'll go out to here. Actually, yeah, five feet. Okay, so about 5 feet. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we are then going to drag this. Okay, so this will then go over to here. And that is what that line will be. So we'll go ahead and repeat this line, go from here. And it's over there, and this, and we're going to go like this. Go ahead and draw this line. Someone's got their microphone turned on. Could you please mute that, or I will? Thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and delete that. And I'm going to move this. So I'm going to go ahead and move this. And it goes, its corner actually gets tucked and touches that right there. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab the outside corner and pull it right out to there. And boom, That is now in place. Let me make sure it's right before I get rid of everything. So I'm going to go to Ano Dimensions and go to here and Linear. I'm going to go ahead and grab it over right here. It's outside corner. Make sure that's correct. And we'll go there. And that's 7 feet. So we're good to go there. And let me make sure the other one's 5 feet, which we should be. And I will go ahead and do that as well. And we'll go here and make sure this is 5 feet. All right, 5 feet. Okay, so once I have those, I'm going to grab them both and put them on the correct layer, which is a Anodims. Okay, we got that. This one needs to move out a little bit. So I basically did this one too. That one didn't take too long. Okay, so we're going through these, and we got that. We got those in place, 7 feet and 5 feet. So we have those. Now the last thing you got to do is you have to put in a notation for your attic stairs. Now those go on a layer that's called G Ano Text. And we're going to put in a leader. Now, a leader is essentially a note with an arrow on it. And we can actually go here and use this particular leader right here. And you've got leader and these other options here. I'm going to choose leader. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and pick a point right around here, pull my cursor down, and I'm going to type in attic stairs. Boom, done. And so we got that. So then I got that in place. So now the only thing I have to do now is add the floor information. Now the floor information is on the sheet I gave you guys before. So I'm going to stop the share, go back to here, to this, this right here. And for the second floor, the hatch is ANSI 31 is the pattern. 45 degrees, scale is 48. ANSI 31, 45 degrees, scale is 48. So I'm going to go and do that. So that's what you have there. So back to auto, back, can't do that. So I can't go back to here because it's not showing you, I'm sure. And so back to here, and I'm going to share my screen and go back to here. So now that I'm here, I'm going to now change my layer to what? To floor pattern. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use hatch. Hatch is right here. I'm going to go to hatch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to change it. It's ANSI 31. And I had said that the pattern needs to be 48, and the angle needs to be, what did I say, 45? I think it's at 45. And let's see how that works right there. So we'll go ahead and do that. And they're going to pick a point. And then we'll go ahead and pick a point. Oh, that's not right. So we got ANSI, 135 is what it's got to be. So go to here and make that 135, boom. And now to bring it here, there we go. And I can go ahead and click in these, and boom, look at that. So that's actually how that should look when you're all done. And looks like that kind of went over the top of my object, but that's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. But that's basically how it should look when you're all done right there. And if the lines go through it, I'm not going to worry too much about that. It actually shouldn't have done that, though. I don't know why it did. So it's associative. Let me see if its options are wrong. Let's see if it's got outer, just use normal line detection. Oh, there it is. Okay, normal line detection. Yours may or may not be that way. But anyway, that's how we go ahead and do that. So that's pretty much a wrap. The last thing I've got to do is put in the text. Okay, so the text, once again, I use the correct layer, go to multi-line text, and I'm going to go ahead and pick a point from here to here. And it's going to be custom garage, second floor. And I'm going to go there. And then I'm going to click on that because, again, it's too small. Right click and go to properties. And I'm going to make its paper text size 0.25. And when I do that, it makes it larger, and we are good to go. And then I can go ahead and move it. This and doing that. So then I'm going to save it. Okay, so I've got that. That's all together there. Save as, and this one is going to be custom garage. Second floor. Okay, I'm going to save it. Okay, what we're going to do is right now we're a little after 7. We're going to take just a little 5-minute break here, give you guys a chance to step away and go to the restroom or whatever. We're going to come back. Then we're going to do wall sections. And we're going to continue drawing. So let's go ahead and take 5 minutes, and I'm going to do the same, and we'll come back to this. So before we take a break, are there any quick questions?
I'm all set. Thank you.
Okay, we will be back in, I'll be back in 5 minutes, and the next one won't take too long. So we'll go ahead and do that.
Mr. Brennan,
What's that?
I had a quick question. My question would be, when would you have that updated to YouTube, all your tutorials?
If I get this done, okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear you.
Okay, we're back at it. And what we're going to do right now is we are going to continue on with where we were. And we're going to continue on by moving into the next one. Last one for tonight. And going to take a look at that. Thank you for your patience. I know this is a lot, and you guys are doing awesome, doing great. So what I want to do right now is I want to open
Thank you.
up a file here. And the file I want to open up is going to be, let's see here. Where is the one that I want? Oh, I'm just going to open it right up here. I'm going to go out to here, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up April 1 CAD assignment. And I'm going to open up the custom garage wall section, which looks like this. Okay, this is what we're going to do on this one. Now this one, I'm going to download it, and I'm going to save it, and open it. And what we're going to do right here, oh, you guys probably can't see this.
Just a question before we start.
I'm
So
sorry?
like for the template, how we could have the template?
They're right there. They're right here on April 1 CAD assignments. Custom garage, first floor plan. These are the actual PDFs. Here's the templates.
Is it on the blackboard?
You see, you can't see my screen. Okay, let me share my screen. Okay, let me get those. Yes, there they are. Let me show them to you. And yes, I keep forgetting you guys can't see. I can't just pop from thing to thing. I have to show you. Yeah, they're out on Blackboard. Can you see that now?
Yes.
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, so it's over here, April 1 CAD assignments, and you got custom garage, first floor plan. These are the PDFs. The first three are the PDFs, and then down here are the templates. Do you see those?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's where you download those. So you got everything you need. So now for this one, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stop the share and go back to here.
Thank you, though.
Oh, sure, I just wanna make sure you're all clear. It's very important. I put a lot of prep into this. I wanna make sure you guys are clear on this. So, so let's hear back to here, and I already did this. And custom garage floor plan, is this one right? Showing folder, is this the one? Yeah. Wall section. Custom garage floor plan wall section. Okay, looks like this here. Okay. Okay. Can you guys see this right now? This kind of wall section here. Can you guys see that?
Yeah.
Is that a yes? I'm going to rotate it. Okay, so I'm going to rotate it right here. So to rotate it, I go to view, and I'm going to go to rotate view.
Can't see it.
Can't see it.
You can't see it. Okay.
No.
All right. So what I'll do is I will do this. Let me see if I can't do it another way. I will do it this way. All right. We'll do this. And, wrong one. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. All right. So we got this. Okay. And this is not working. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop a share. I'm going to share my screen and find that image if I can. Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. So this right here is a wall section right here. I'm going to go ahead and minimize that a little bit so you guys can see a little bit better. Now this right here is a custom garage wall section. I showed you how this is able to be derived out of what we had right there, and everything you need is right here. All the elements right here. So there's a few things in here that are going to be a little bit maybe different, but not too much. The overall distance right here is going to be 8 feet for the wall, and then we're going to start the ceiling right here. So we're going to get into all this right here. So I'm going to start this 8 feet, and this is actually 5.5 inches wide. So I'm going to start by going 8, 5.5, and just to go around that, just to get it started. Okay. So back to AutoCAD and into here, and I think I saved that already. And I'm going to create a new drawing again. Right over here, we're going to go to new. And then this one's going to be starting a new and desktop. And we're going to go to the custom garage wall section template. Boom. So here we are. And
You have to share it.
okay, yep, I'll share it. Let's see here, back into AutoCAD. Let me go ahead and we'll stop this share. And back over to here, I'm going to share my screen. Back over to here. And what I did right there is I just, do you guys need me to go grab the template, or are you guys okay with that?
I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm
If you guys
okay.
are okay with that, this is just the template for this floor, so I went ahead and used that one. This is the custom garage wall section, okay? So now I'm gonna do this. Now what I'd said before, I'm gonna go ahead and start by going ahead, I'm I'm just gonna start with a polyline, what the heck. I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna go up 8 feet, 8 feet, boom. And then I'm gonna go over 5.5 inches, 5.5, boom. Then down 8 feet, and then close it. Okay, so I've got that right there. That is the same thing that I made before. Now, what else is going on here? Well, what is going on here is all the details and the thicknesses are all shown on the thing I have. The first thing I have is I got a 1/2 inch siding. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna offset that a 1/2 inch. So I'm gonna, I've got to explode this then. I made a polyline, shouldn't have done that. So I'm gonna offset that 0.5. And I'm gonna offset this 0.5 like this, like that. And then I need to, then I need 3/4 inch plywood siding. So I'm going to offset again and make it 0.75. And this one's going to be offset 0.75, like that. So I've got those. So let me make sure my dimensions are accurate. So I'm going to go here, and I'm going to go to linear, and go from here to here. How are we doing there? That's looking good. And then these should both be 1/2 inch. Well, no, 1/2 inch and then 3/4. So that's 1/2 inch. And then this next one should be 3/4. And that's 3/4. And then the full thickness of the wall should be 5 inches, like I said. So going from here to here, 5 and a half, no, 5.5 is what it should be, sorry. So that's accurate. So that's all good. So I'm off to a good start here. Okay, so now I've got here, I've also got a, let's see here, 3/4 inch plywood on the inside. Let's see, and this 3/4 inch sheathing on the inside. It's going to offset this to be 3/4. And this one's going to be 3/4 right here. So go over like that. Yep. And went the wrong direction. So I got to go that way. Come on, you. There we go. And these I don't need. That one and that one. Okay. So what I did here is I put that together. Now that I've done that, I got just basic some lines. Okay. So what I could do is I could start identifying these. And just to kind of like keep myself tracked. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put out some notes. So I'm going to use G-Anno text, and I'm going to use up here a leader. I'm going to start with my leader, and I'm going to point it right into this. And I'm going to, now right here, you see it's snapping. So if it's doing that, the snap's not helping me right now. That'll only let me do that. So I'm going to turn off the object snap. I'm just going to go right from here. I'm going to go ahead and put a notation right over here. I'm going to go ahead and put it there. In this one, I'm just going to go ahead and say 3/4, rather 1/2 inch siding. 1/2 inch siding. Like that. So I've got that. And you can see the arrow is pointing at that 1/2 inch siding on the very outside. So I've got that. And then I'm going to make another one that says 3/4 inch plywood sheathing, which is the next one. So I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to grab this. And this is just going ahead and kind of learning how to do this. And I'm going to turn my object snaps back on just for a moment. And I wanted to go ahead and go down here and turn them. And I just go ahead and shift right click and none. And I'm going to go ahead and put it right in here. And it's got to go somewhere right in here like that. And that one needs to see 3/4 inch sheathing. 3/4 inch plywood sheathing. Okay, so I've got those elements. I can delete that. So this is how you'd begin to put in all of your labeling. Okay, so that being the case, we're starting to get this together. Now there's something else that I want to point out here. And I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing here. And I'm going to zoom into it so you guys can see it clearly. And what that's going to be is this. If I go into here, can you guys see this white sheet right now?
Yes.
Okay, there's a couple of items that I want you guys to take notice of. First of all, up here, you've actually got this right here. You've actually got a couple of studs right here. Those are actually a block that is included that I actually put together for you. And so if I go ahead and highlight that, just to show you what we're talking about, you've got a couple studs right here. Okay, and I'm going to put those at the very top. And then I got some down here. I got one down here. Then I've also got an anchor bolt here. So those are things I can put in as blocks. We've talked about blocks. They're going to go in as blocks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So I'm going to go ahead and place those elements. So how do we do that? Well, I stop sharing this and I start sharing this one. So we're back over to here. Oh, wrong one. Stop share. And we want to start to share this one. Okay, so what I want to do right now is I want to change my layer. So what do I want my layer to be? Well, I want my layer to be, I'm going to use a detail, okay, because detail is actually what I want. I could also use a couple other things, but I just use a detail right here. So when I use the detail right here, I'm going to insert a block, and my content should be out here. I got nominal cut lumber 2x4. How do you like that? So I went ahead and put this all together. Man, this teacher sure gave us everything we need. Okay, so we'll click there. Who said that? Anyway, we'll go ahead and click there. And so we've got that in place there. And then I'm going to go ahead and place another one up here. And we're going to go here, and I'm going to go ahead and take this and drop it and pull it down. Right now, I'm just going to go ahead and, let's see here. I will go ahead and just place it here. And then I'm going to move it. So I'm going to move it just with my standard move command, move, click on the object, right click, pick a particular point, and then snap to it. We got that. And then I can copy that. Copy this because it's a double top plate. And for those that are into construction, America, on my right, you got to have a double top plate usually?
Yes, sir.
Yep, so we got the double top plate there. So you got this sole plate down here, and you got the double top plate up here. So we're looking at that. Now, I'm going to show you guys something that is actually worth the price of admission here. And that is when you want to put in insulation, you basically want to put that in as batting. And so that's going to be right here. I'm going to call this a detail hidden line. I'm going to use this right here, HDLN. My dog's going crazy out there. You guys want to see my dog? She's going crazy. Anyway, she comes back around. I may let you guys see her. Okay, so I'm going to go to a detail hidden line. Now, what do I do here? Now, this particular item right here, what I want to do here, looks like I didn't put this together yet. So I need to do one change. So a detail hidden line, I'm going to do something with this one right here. I'm going to go to my layer properties, and I am going to change that a detail hidden line. I'm going to change the layer, the line type, to something that actually you guys need to see, which is actually called, and I don't see it right here, so I have to go ahead and I have to load it, okay, and it's called bat. So we actually did this before, so I'm going to show this right here. I'm going to scroll down until I see it, and it is going to be called batting. So I choose batting and hit OK, and now I have to choose it, batting, and I hit OK. So now this one is going to be using batting, so let's see how this works. So I'm going to go ahead and start to just draw a line with this one right here, and so you got to make that change. Okay, and I'm going to go up here, and it's going to look pretty normal until I get to the top, and now, ooh, look at that. Okay, so now it's way too big, okay? So that fact that it's too big, that means the scale's too large, so I got to change the scale. So how do I do that? I click on it, I right-click, I go to Properties, and what's the scale I want to use? Scale right here is the line type scale, looks like it's 1, and that's too large. That's going to be way too big, so how do we change that? Not sure why it's so large. Let's type 0.1, see what that does. Okay, 0.1 looks pretty good, except it doesn't quite fill the cavity, so let's try another one. We'll go and try 0.12, just to get something that's close. 0.12, let's try 0.125. 0.125 does a pretty good job. It could even be a little bit bigger. So let's try 0.1, maybe probably 0.2, see if that's too much. 0.2, that's too much. So let's try 0.15. Okay, that's about as good as we go. Now, see how this fills the cavity right here? That's insulation. So you got that right there, filling that cavity right there. So those are the basic elements right there. So right there, this wall, we've taken tremendous steps forward with this whole thing. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these right here. We don't need those. And so I've got my these leaders right here. I'll put one more in, just so you guys understand what it says. I'm just going to put one more in that says insulation. So I change my layer, and one way I can do it is I can say make current, and I can click on this, and it changes it to that layer. And then I go to leader, I'm going to go ahead and put it right in here. Now here, I'm having a tough time finding a location here. So one of the things that we talked about is if I go shift right mouse click, I can choose nearest or none. If I use nearest, it'll find any point on here that I want. I can go ahead and drag it over here, and here's something you can do here too. If you want them all to be aligned, you can do that. Then I can type in insulation. There we go, like that. Okay, so I've got that. So that's how you put those in. Now, I'm going to stop sharing this. We're going to take another look at this, at the other element. And this one looks like this. And can you guys see this one, this other one?
Yes.
Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue doing this. So I did all these basic wall elements. Now I want to put this in right here. I got my bottom plate. I got to put my anchor bolt in. That's one thing. Then I got to put in this location down here, which is actually a like the slab. And then I've got this right here, which is my ceiling joist. And then I've actually got a couple of 1/2-inch finished floor items that are right here. And then I have this actually coming off the top of it. So that's what we're going to do right there. And we will go ahead and do that. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. So back over, oh, you can't do it that way. You got to stop the share and go back to here. Back over to here to AutoCAD. We're going to share it. And over to AutoCAD. Okay, so back over to here. So what I want to do right now is I want to build this stuff that's underneath here. So to do this, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to use a floor pattern because that will allow me to do this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the following. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go straight down 2 feet and we'll continue to do work from there. So I'm going to use a polyline. I'm going to go here and down 2 feet, then over 1 foot. Okay, and then I want to angle over. It's got to be something kind of like this. I didn't really give you an exact distance, but I want to go up a distance something like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and do this. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to move this, I think, but that's okay. I'm going to click a point here. I'm going to go ahead and touch this here. And I'm going to pull this around like this. And then we're going to go ahead and close it right there. So now I've got that. Okay, so now I've got this right here. I've got to actually make this 1 foot right here. So right now it's not, so I've got to drag this down 2 3/4. So I'm going to go down here, 2.75, boom. And when I do that, that is now 1 foot, and that is all kind of random right there. So I've got that. So now that I have that in place right there, I can get rid of this 5.5 inch. I don't need that. I've got rid of that. Now what I want to do is put in here, I want to put in here a hatch pattern. And I gave you the hatch pattern. I'll show you what it is. What is that hatch pattern? Hatch pattern is over here. We are going to use this right here. And I am going to share this hatch pattern again, which is here. And over here, the hatch pattern for this is AR concrete, 0 degrees, scale of 1. Okay, so that's what I want to do for this. I'm going to stop this share and go back over to sharing this and go back over to here. So I want to go here and I'm going to put in my hatching. So it's going to be hatch, and the actual hatch pattern is AR conc, and that should be good right there. I click there, boom, done. So that's how we go ahead and put that in place. So now it's starting to come together here. We're starting to make some inroads here. And then I just go ahead and put my other notes on. One thing I didn't give you yet that I want to show you, and that's going to be right here under a detail. Right here, we'll go ahead and use this GNF. And what this is going to be a general fastener. So we're going to go to insert and insert this, and this is going to be an anchor bolt. So I'm going to grab this anchor bolt and watch this. I can take this anchor bolt and I set it up perfectly for you guys and do it that way. So now that is in place. Okay, so those are your main elements right there. Now up here at the top, one thing which I don't think I did, but I'll get to it right now. I'm going to put in the ceiling joist, which is 10 inches. So back out to here, and I'm going to change this to my A wall layer.
Mr. Brown,
Yeah.
to get that hatch pattern, did you have to change the ribbon?
The ribbon changes by itself. When you go and start that command, many of the commands actually change when you click on them. So if I were to go to here, and if I were to go ahead and go over here, I would go and I would use the spotlight right here. And right over here, here's the command right here. This is the hatch command, all right? So if I click on download right here, it changes the ribbon automatically. Watch when I click on it, changes it.
I got it.
So it's called hatch creation. Now when you're done, you click on this, which is hatch creation close. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
It's actually pretty easy to use. Okay, and then up here, we want to go ahead and we want to continue with, I'm just going to use my polyline here. And I'm going to go ahead and make this 10 inches. So what I'm going to do here is this one is going to come out here to the end of my sheathing, over here, and then over here, and then it's going to go up 10. And it's going to be 10 inches, so I'm going to go over there. Then I'm going to pull it over here, and I'm going to bring it over such and so, and I'm going to do the same thing and go over here, And everything is on the sheet I gave you guys. So I might be missing one thing, but let me go ahead and pull this down here, but we'll go ahead and do that. Now that's right there, and I'm going to measure it and make sure that it's accurate because that's what I do. That's how I roll. And I go to here, and I'm going to go ahead and put a dimension on there. And what I want to do is I want to measure this, and this should be 10 inches. Should be. Go to here, and it is 10 inches. So we're good to go there. That's my ceiling joist right there. Now at that point, the next thing I want to do is I have to add a finished floor and a subfloor. So those are the next things. So I'm going to do that. And so to do that, I'm going to explode this. And I'm going to offset that a ½ inch each time. So I'm going to offset this a half inch. Oop, no, that's got to be, come on, explode, will you? Okay. Okay, good. So then I'm going to offset this 0.5. I'm going to go from here, 0.5, and here 0.5. So we have those. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull these up right here. So this line here, I can go ahead and extend it or just pull it. Just grab it and pull it on up. And I can go ahead and pull it up to this location here and drop it there. And then I can go ahead and connect this line up because that's where they actually connect. Go up like here. And that's the sheathing. And then I can go ahead and finish off this top line like that. So I got those. That's what that looks like at the top. And each one of those is ½ inch. So what I would do there, I would put in some notations that say, for instance, ½ inch subfloor and ½ inch finished floor using a leader. So ½ inch over here. I'm going to pick this point right here, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out here. And that's going to be ½ inch subfloor, or yeah, ½ inch subfloor. Okay, and then I could go ahead and do the same thing and do ½ inch finished floor, which is like this. Oh, didn't like that. Okay, see it's finding that right there, which I dislike. And so since it's doing that, I've got to tell it to find something else. So I'm going to say none. I don't want to find anything right now. Just pick a point inside here and just kind of go totally freestyle. And so I'm going to touch this here so I can pull it up so they kind of link together. And that one's going to be ½ inch finished floor. There we go. And so we got that. And so that's how we put those together. Okay, so now that we have those right there, the only thing I think I've got left is that distance right there is an inch off. So I've got to go, what is that? That is another, yeah, that's another ½ inch up. So then I got to go one more ½ inch up to get this line. So I'm going to go here, and this is a ½ inch up. I didn't dimension it, but it's 0.5 up. Boom. And that's where that, is it 0.5? Yeah, it is 0.5. So I got that, and that's going to be 0.5. And what we're going to do now is we are going to add the rest of this. Okay, so now we're going to draw in the wall. Okay, so it's at 37 degrees. Okay, so it actually extends 1'3", and I can do a few things here. So the first thing I want to do is I just want to get my my line in shape. So I want to draw a line at 37 degrees. So how do I do that? Well, with AutoCAD, you can just start the line command here. Start the line command. I'm just going to start it here and go in this direction here. I'm just going to go ahead and just to start it, I'm going to say 12 and hit my tab key. When I hit my tab key, I can now put in an angle, and my angle is 37 degrees. And I did that, and it gave me 37 degrees right there. So if I ask it what it is, it should tell me that that was 37 degrees, and does it? Yep, angle's 37 degrees, so I got that. I had it pretty close, but I went ahead and did that. Now, other than that, I didn't really put a length on it, so I just extend it. And you know, AutoCAD allows you to extend along a line like that. So I can just go ahead and pull this along like that. And then the thickness of that is shown here. It's actually 7.5 inch, the attic truss is. So to offset this, 7.5. So I'm gonna grab this and offset 7.5. Boom, there's my roof. And then I want to go over 1 1/3. Okay, rather 1 foot 3 inches. So I'm gonna go back over here, and I'm gonna go from here, 1 foot 3 inches. 1 foot 3, boom, like that. And that's where I want to go to. So now that I've got that, that is going to be my the place where it's going to end. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. I'm going to take this, and I'm going to go up like that. So that is where it ends. So I'm going to extend this to that. And that is where it ends, actually, right down to here, like that. And then it's going to go down 7.5 inches. And we're going to go here. Go down 7.5, 7.5, boom. And let's see here. And then it goes back up to here, and that's going to go right to there, boom, like that. And that is how we go and put that together. So that is how we'd make that roof eave, okay? And we got that, and looks pretty clean. Looks real good there. Okay, so you got that right there. Or did I get that? No, looks like I missed it. Looks like I missed it. So this is actually good here. And so we go to properties there. 37, that's good. And then this one kind of angles off, so that's not good. So let's go fix that. So what we're gonna do is grab this, and we're gonna grab this and continue on this length right here, make sure it's accurate. Okay, and that looks better. And then we're gonna pull this down. And it's like this is where the rafter gets cut off right there. So you got that. That's better. Okay, so now what I want to do is to dimension that. There's a tool to dimension that called Angular. And with Angular, I can pick 1, 2, and I can go ahead and put in the actual dimension here, 37 degrees, which is right there. And that should be right there. That is how that should work. And the last couple things are just, and all this is on the wrong layer. I need to change these. And this and this and this. I need to move those to a different layer. And so I'm going to do that. I'm going to put them onto the A roof layer. They should be on the A roof layer. And so I've got that. This should not be. This is a dimension. And so that could go onto the dimension layer. ANO dims will work fine. Okay, so you got that. So then the last thing is up here. I need to offset these lines right here. ½ an inch. And then I got asphalt shingles. I don't really have a dimension for those shingles. So I'm going to go with this, and then just use, like, you know, a shingle is whatever, you know, you're talking about, you know, a 1/16 of an inch. So we'll offset again a 1/16. We're going to offset this one, and I'm going to go ahead and type in 1/16, boom, and we got that. So it's real thin. Maybe that's too much. So we'll go ahead and we'll get rid of that one, and we'll offset this other one. Oops. Okay, and we're going to offset one more time using the offset command. And we'll make this time, we'll make it 0.125, an eighth. Okay, looks like we got a mess going on here. All right, so let me get rid of these. Okay, so we're going to offset this one, 0.5. That one I know is right. Good. We're going to offset again, and this time we're going to say 0.125. Okay, that went off an eighth. Okay, so that's basically how it works. So you got those, and then I would go ahead and just connect this line here and trim those off so that it looks nice and neat. All right, looks like that, and then we trim them off. Okay, like that. Okay, so now that we got that, these are the basics right there. And then as far as the rest of it, as far as putting the notes in and stuff, that's something you guys can do. And then the overall distance should be 8'11" if I did it right. And the big moment of truth, hopefully I did. ANO dims, and if I didn't, I got some editing to do, but hopefully I did. And I'm going to go to here, and this should be 8'11" if I did it right. And let's go over here, and boom, nailed it. Okay, 8'11". Very good, very good. It's always a good feeling when you get it right. Okay, so that's the basics right there. So before I let you guys tear into this, are there any questions about this right here, this exercise? Is this making some sense?
I got it.
Okay, all right. Then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to put my text in here, and I don't have to give you your screens back. You guys have them, and so I have no way of knowing if you've been paying attention or if you've been playing Angry Birds. I have no idea, but hopefully, you know, or whatever the latest is. And the thing is, maybe what is it called? What's the Candy Crush game? What was it called? Something Candy Crush? Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so we'll go there, and we'll go ahead and grab this, and we'll pull this over to the side and do that. My son used to play that game all the time. Okay, so you got that. And so now you've got this, and those are basically the elements you want to have there, and I'm going to save it. So that's what you guys want to do. You have everything you need. I will be sitting around here for the next couple hours. unless everybody leaves. If everybody leaves, that's fine too. You guys have the next 2 weeks to work on this. It's not due until 2 weeks from tonight. That is the 15th, so April 15th. So you can either work on this tonight, or you guys can take off and do something on your own. But I am here to stick around and answer questions. And last week I was here and I was working on it, and I think one person came back after I had already left because everybody was gone, and so I signed off. So someone may have come back. If you did, I apologize for that. I did not intend to miss you. I just thought everyone was gone for the night. But I am here. I am committed to being here for the next 2 hours and 5 minutes. But if you take off, that's fine too. I'm not going to make you. This is your time. This was your lecture, and we're going to move on from here. And I'm going to go ahead and I am going to,
Mr. Brian,
yeah.
you said that you'd put a tutorial on Blackboard in regards to this.
Well, yes, I'm not sure when that's going to come out because the fact that right now, for instance, I am recording, and right now what I need to do, I've actually got to stop the recording right now.